Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Chucker TV. We are live here at the Sopris Mountain Ranch Field. A beautiful backdrop for a polo match. We got most of the players out there lined up, ready to get underway. Just waiting on one more player. And then we will get this one underway here. This is game number 6 of the Rocky Mountain Open. The last game in regular play. So, just waiting on one more player here. I believe that is Tomacho Pierez, who's going to make his way out here on the field here in just a moment. All right, so here we go. Tomacho getting on as I speak, and we're going to get this one underway here in just a moment. We got our mounted official Gaston Dorniak out there. He's going over a few final instructions for the two teams out here. We've got Casablanca in the dark jerseys. They line up with Mark Ganzi, Grant Ganzi, Gonzalito Pierez, and Torito Ruiz. On the other side of things, wearing the lighter jerseys this afternoon, we got McClure River Ranch. They line up with Tomacho Pierez, Sugar Erskine, Horacio Hagee, and Stuart Armstrong, who will be playing the back position, number 4. This is a beautiful afternoon here. It was a beautiful morning here as well. We played game number 5 here on this field this morning. We saw La Carolina come away victorious over Tonkawa in overtime. And now we are here again, ready to get this one underway. All right, so here we go. We are ready to get underway. Got all 8 players out there and a mounted official. So we are ready to get underway. Here we go. Ball's on the ground. Coming out of there with it. Looks like it's going to be Tomacho Pierez. Tomacho with the play. Goes for a neck shot here, but gets a little tangled up in the pony's legs. And coming up with the ball now is going to be Torito Ruiz. Torito with the ball now, working his way downfield. Toro, he's got Stuart Armstrong there on his hip. Drops it back behind here for his number 2. That is Grant Ganzi today, playing the number 2 position. Granty winds up, fires a shot downfield. He's got Gonzalito Pierez on the move. Gonza gets out in front of Hagee. And Pierez with the play. Gonzalito goes for a deep neck shot, but it's going to go over the back line and wide of the goal to the right-hand side. So we're going to have a knock-in here to be taken by McClure River Ranch. Stuart Armstrong back there behind the ball, ready to bring this one back into play. And this ball brought back in here. Stuart Armstrong. He's got some players in motion here. He keeps this ball to himself for the time being. Now he's going to wind up, send a shot down here, looking for Tomacho or Sugar. But it's going to be Grant Ganzi to come away with that ball. Flips a little pass over here now. Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, jumps in on the play. Mark with the ball, drags it forward, now slaps a shot back here, looking to get a hold of one of his teammates there, but Tomacho Pierez going to get there first and back this one out of danger, trying to find Sugar Erskine, but coming up with the ball is Gonzalito Pierez. Gonza sends it across the field over there. First one on the ball is going to be Tomacho Pierez. Tomacho with the play over along the far sideline. Tomacho now working his way back into the center of the field. Tomacho. Very easy to spot this afternoon. He's got the pink undershirt on. Leaves that one behind, and bad luck there. Stewart goes for the shot. The ball has the distance, not quite the angle, but he did break a taco on that one as well. So, quick whistle here on the play. Clock is stopped. 4 minutes, 2 seconds, 4:02. We're going to clear that piece of debris, which is that broken mallet head. Going to get that off the field. Stewart has a new mallet in his hand, so ready to get this one back underway here. Umpire calls play, and we've got Torito Ruiz behind the ball, ready for the knock-in. Casablanca brings the ball into play here. Toro, keeping this one to himself. He's got Sugar keeping a watch on him. Sends a pass up the field here. He's got Gonzalito Pierres on the move. Gonza picks up the play. He comes together here with Tomacho. Passes off the ball to Mark Ganzi. Mark trying to keep that line, but the whistle sounds, stopping the clock. We got 3 minutes, 37 seconds, 3:37 on the clock. Clock stopped, 3:37. So let's see what our mounted official decides here. He's going to drop this on the 40-yard stripe for a penalty number 3. And this is going to be our courtesy change. We see players taking advantage of this official timeout. So, we'll let some players run off and hop on a fresh mount. And as soon as they get back to the end line down there, we'll get this one back underway. This is going to be a penalty number 3, 40 yards to an open goal. Peeling off the layers. You guys can move up a little bit if you want. If you want. You're not going to block us from anything. All right, so players making their way back out there. Ready to get this one back underway. So this is going to be a penalty number 3 to go in favor of Casablanca. Let's see who will do the honors. Looks like it's going to be Mark Ganzi here with the approach. Coming up to that ball at a walk. In the windup. Mark Ganzi sends that one along the ground and right on in, putting a point on the board here. So Mark Ganzi finds the first goal of the match. Nicely done there by Mark Ganzi. Puts a point on the board here for Casablanca. As we head back to center field, ready to put this one back on the ground, we line up on our mounted official, and we switch directions of play. We do this after every goal is scored so that neither team gets a wind, sun, or field advantage. Here we go, out of the bowl-in. That one is going to be sent down and picked up momentarily there by Grant Ganzi, but it's going to be sent back. First one on the ball. Horacio. Hagee having a little trouble with that ball, able to get turned back and pick up the line again. Horacio has no choice. He has to hit it. So he sends a little pass up here to Sugar Erskine, who's going to send this one further down the field, and it will go over the end line, out of play. Quick whistle on the play. Clock stop, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. 2:23 here on the clock. Looks to me like that was a safety. So, we bring this ball back 60 yards from the spot that it crossed over the end line. Of course, that ball came off of a defender's mallet. So, McClure River Ranch, an opportunity to put a point on the board here. This is a 60-yard shot, roughly 60 yards, towards a defended goal. Is that Stewart? And Stuart Armstrong here with the circle ready for his approach. Armstrong sends this one down along the ground, stopped dead in its tracks there on the doorstep, and Grant takes a swipe at it, trying to get this one out of that territory. Well, where's this ball going to end up? There's a pack of players there fighting for possession. Tomacho in on the action. Now Torito Ruiz coming out of there with the ball. Toro Sends this one up in front here. Keeping it to himself for the time being, waiting for some teammates to get into position. And Toro going to release a pass up the field here. He's got Gonzalito Pierres. Gonza comes in, picks up the ball, sends this one further up the field here, looking for Mark Ganzi. Mark can't find it on the near side, and it's going to be picked up now by Horacio Hagee. Hagee now with the ball, gets it turned back, facing the right direction. Sends it down the field here, trying to find a teammate, but coming in for the action for Casablanca is going to be Gonzalito Pierres. Gonza, 1.5 minutes left to play here. Gonzalito gets a turn back, facing the right direction now. Tries to feed a pass up here to one of his teammates. I think he was looking for Ganzi, but it's going to be picked off here and sent down. Look at that, trying to find Hagee, but it's going to be Torito Ruiz to pick this one up for Casablanca. Just over a minute remaining here. That ball sent out. Coming up with the ball is going to be Grant Ganzi. Granty working this way and down the field here. Loses the handle. And Sugar Erskine comes up with the play. Under a minute remaining here as Gonzalito picks up this ball. Continues his drive down the field. Gonza winds up, fires a shot down here. He's got Grant Ganzi on the move. Grant loses the handle there. Now coming up with the play, McClure River Ranch. That is, I believe that's Sugar over there on the ball. That is Sugar. And there is the 30-second bell. Less than 30 seconds to play out now as Torito Ruiz comes in and steals the ball back. Toro trying to maintain possession here, working his way back into the center of the field. And there is a whistle on the play. Of course, that whistle coming after the 30-second bell, so that is all we have, folks, for Chucker number 1. We'll be right back after a short break. Allow these players to hop on a fresh mount, and we'll be right back in it with the result of that whistle to start off Chucker number 2.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day, and the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This is the Rocky Mountain Open, game number 6. This is the final game of regular play here for the Rocky Mountain Open. This has been a 2-week tournament. 4 teams entered. Everybody plays everybody. The teams with the best record will go to the final on Sunday. We're here at the Sopris Mountain Ranch Field. A beautiful backdrop for a polo match. And we're going to start things off here with a penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction. We had a whistle that ended things off in Chucker number 1. So this is how things will begin. This, of course, is going in favor of McClure River Ranch. And Stuart Armstrong will be the one to do the honors and bring this one into the playing surface. Umpire calls play. Ready to get this one underway here. Stuart Armstrong behind the ball. Here comes Stewart. Stewart Armstrong one time sends that from the line all the way down. Still a live ball, though. Cut it a little bit close to the end line, but still a live ball. Couple people trying to make attempts on the ball, but it's going to be Gonzalito Piedes to come away with it. Gonza working his way down the field here, having a little trouble with that ball. Gets it stolen out of there momentarily. And who is that, Horacio? And Horacio Heggie going to find that ball and take a shot. And he's going to go ahead and put a point on the board here. Horacio finds the first goal for McClure River Ranch. Back to center field we go here for another bowl-in on our mounted official. Still plenty of time remaining here. Just about a minute into trucker number 2. As that ball hits the ground, Horacio makes an attempt on the ball, but coming up with a play, Grant Ganzi. Granty can't quite keep it with him. Now Toro coming down the line. He gets called off there by the Cobra. Mark Ganzi working his way down the field. Mark unleashes a powerful shot downfield. Has he put a little too much on it? He has. That's going to go over the back line and wide of the goal. So we're going to have a knock-in down there to be taken by McClure River Ranch with just under 4.5 minutes left to play. Stewart brings this ball back into the playing surface with another shot downfield. He's trying to find the mallet of, I think he's looking for Sugar up here. Sugar Erskine can't quite get there. It's going to be Torito Ruiz. Toro gets a hold of that ball, sends it back right to the mallet there of Gonzalito, but Gonza, his pass into cousin Tomacho. Tomacho now picks up the ball, working his way down the field. Tomacho can't quite keep it with him. Here comes Stewart down the line. Stewart Armstrong sends this one down, and look at that. Torito Ruiz able to just pick that one out of there and save an almost sure goal. Now coming up with the play. Coming in, Sugar Erskine takes a shot, but it's going to go wide to the left-hand side. About 3.5 minutes left to play. And a whistle on the play. Stopping the action here with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock. We're going to go ahead and use this time for our courtesy change. 3:24 on the clock, 3:24. So we're going to let some players hop on a fresh mount and get back underway here as quickly as we can. We see not everybody opting to change ponies, but we will always offer. So players coming back out. We're going to continue things off here with the knock-in. And umpire calls play. Ready to get this one back underway. Here we go. Torito Ruiz brings this one back into the playing surface. Toro winds up, sends a shot over here looking for his number 3. That is Gonzalito Piedes. Gonzalito winds up, fires this one up the field here looking for Grant Ganzi now. Granty picks up the play here, working his way down the field. Grant Ganzi. And Horacio going to come in there and disrupt that play. Setting up a pass here for Sugar. Sugar sends this one further down, looking for Tomacho Piedes. But it looks like it's going to be Gonzalito Piedes to get there first for Casablanca. Gonza sends it up here, looking to get a hold of Grant. Grant can't quite find that ball. Tomacho coming in on the action now. Gonzalito going to intercept that pass, send it down here, drops it right down in front of Mark Ganzi. Mark on a move here. Mark Ganzi going to escort that ball right between the uprights, putting a point on the board here. Breaking the tie, taking back the lead. Mark Ganzi picking up his second goal on the day. His first was from the 40-yard stripe on a penalty number 3 conversion. And Mark finds a goal now from the field. Back to center field we go for another bowl-in here on our mounted official. We've got just a little bit over 2 minutes. 2:10 on the clock. 2:10 left to play. And that ball hits the ground. Coming out of there with it, Sugar Erskine. Shugs with possession now. Checking around, checking his surroundings. He's got players behind. He elects to keep it with him this time. Sugar going to wind up and punch a pass downfield. He's got Tomacho Piedes on the move. Tomacho unable to find that ball, though, as Torito backs it to the mallet of Grant Gansey. Granty now drags it forward, now slaps a pass back. What a play there. He is going to find Torito Ruiz on a breakaway here. Toro working his way down the field. A minute and a half remaining here in Chucker number 2. Toro keeping this one moving downfield, remaining cool, calm, and collected. Toro Ruiz. Torito showing us how it's done. Getting a point on the board here. So Toro going to find the score sheet here in Chucker number 2. Just about 1 minute left to play. 1 minute on the clock, guys. 1 minute. And a quick whistle here on the play. Stopping the action with 58 seconds. 58 seconds, 5-8 on the clock. So we'll get this ball put back in the ground here. And there we go. Ball's on the ground, off and working. Tomacho Piedes with control here. Tomacho checks his surroundings. He's got some room to work. Tries to send a shot over here looking for Stuart Armstrong, but Grant Gansey going to come in there and disrupt and intercept that ball. Coming up here with the play, Stuart sends this one back over to Tomacho. Tomacho tries to pick it up on the near side, drags it forward just a little bit. There is the 30-second bell. Less than 30 seconds to play out here as a couple players come together. And that ball will... Because it was after that's the end of the Chucker. Yeah. So that ball did go through the goal mouth. So Horacio Heggie going to find another point here on the board. And umpire blows his whistle. That coming after the 30-second horn. So that is all we got, folks, for Chucker number 2. We'll be right back with more action after this commercial break.
An active lifestyle means you never stop moving. That's why only Theragun devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension, so you can do the things you love. Land that pose, hit that final rep, taste success, and do it all over again. You only have one body. Make it a TheraBody.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Chucker TV. Got Chucker number 3 set to begin. Here with a penalty number 5 from the spot of the infraction going in favor of Casablanca. Torito Ruiz brings this one into play. Toro winds up, punches a pass out in front here, trying to find Gonzalito. Stewart got there and got a touch on the ball, but not enough to disrupt that play. But now it's going to be left behind. Horacio sends it further back, now to the mallet of Sugar Erskine. Erskine now sends it over here to Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho doing a nice job picking this one out of the air a couple times. Now it's going to be Torito Ruiz to pick up the play for Casablanca. Toro sends it back over here. He's got Gonzalito Piedes. Gonza having a little trouble with his ball right now. Sends it over here to Toro. Torito Ruiz. Toro. Mark says to bring it, and he does. Torito Ruiz working his way down the field. Sends a pass up here looking for Grant Gansey. Granty, can he get back on this line? Not this time. It looks like it's going to be Horacio, who's going to slap a shot back over here, trying to get a hold of the ball. Toro coming down the line, picks it up, but Tomacho Piedes now in control. Tomacho. Piedes working this one into the corner here. Now passes it back to Horacio. Horacio Hagee. Hagee now with the ball working his way down her, and he's going to pass back up to Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho working his way down the field. Loses the handle on that one, and Toro coming in on the action here. Toro gets a turn back, facing the right direction now. Sees the goal mouth, winds up, takes a shot. Not where he wanted to place that ball. It's going to go over the back line, and no, it's still a live ball. Granty able to stop that one, and coming in, that's going to be Stewart, who's going to take that one out of there with the pass up to Tomacho Piedes now. Tomacho and Gonzalito come together there. Gonza gets the better of him, gets a hold of that ball, and Granty going to pick up the play here. Grant can't quite keep that one moving. Now it's back left behind here. Horacio coming down the line. Horacio Hagee picks up the play. Horacio keeping this one moving downfield. He's going to get hooked out of there by Mark Gansey. Nice play there by Mark. Hooks Horacio out of there, but Stewart with the ball sends this one down, trying to get this one down to the goal mouth. And coming in on the action is going to be Gonzalito Piedes to steal that one away. Gonza with the pass up here to Torito Ruiz. Toro on a breakaway here out in front. He's got Tomacho Piedes chasing him down. Bad luck there for Torito. He's going to override that one, leave it behind. Coming in on the action now. We've got a whistle on the play. Clock has stopped. 3 minutes and 14 seconds. 3:14 on the clock, 3:14. So we've got 3:15 on the clock. We have, I do believe, our courtesy change. So yeah, this is the courtesy change. We had a little bit of a tack issue out there as well. So we stop the clock here. Courtesy change. We see the players running off to hop at a fresh mount. As soon as we get everyone back out on the playing field, we'll get this one back underway. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So, umpire going to drop this ball on the center dot, if you will. We don't have a stripe on this field. We have a dot. But that's okay. Going to drop this there at the center mark for a penalty number 5 from center going in favor of McClure River Ranch. Umpire calls play. Stuart Armstrong back there behind the ball. Ready to put this one back in. All right, here we go. Stuart going to put this one back on the playing surface. Puts that ball back into play, and we are off and working once again. Toro going to come through here and steal this ball away. Toro, Ruiz. Working with that bouncing ball. Send the pass up in front here for his number 3. That is Gonzalito Piedes. Gonza having a little trouble with that bouncing ball. Leaves it behind. And Horacio going to come in here for McClure River Ranch and steal back the play. Horacio loses the handle on that line. Toro going to back that one out of danger. But bad luck. It's going to go off the playing field. So we're going to have a change of possession here. That ball sent out by Casablanca. McClure River Ranch will gain possession with just about 2.5 minutes left to play here as Stewart brings the ball back in. Stuart Armstrong. Stewart keeping this one to himself here for the time being. Stewart elects to run with it, gets around Mark Gansey. He's now got Gonzalito Piedes to battle with. Stewart, his pass up the field here, trying to find a teammate there, but Gonzalito going to get a hold of that ball, slaps it back. Trying to find Toro. He gets hooked out of the play. Gonza coming down the line. Fires a pass up in front here. He's got Mark Ganzi on the move with the number 1 on his back. Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, trying to get this one back under control. Can he get it back to the goal mouth here before it crosses the end line? Not this time. They're going to run out of... Oh, no, that is still in down there. Mark takes the shot. And there's the high hand there from our mounted official. What a goal. That goal mouth was probably only a few feet wide from that angle. Nicely done there by Mark Ganzi, picking up his 3rd goal on the day. So with that goal, we're going back to center field for another bowl in here on our mounted official, Mr. Gaston Dorniak. Ball put back on the ground. Just over a minute remaining. Got about 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go here as Mark going to get a hold of that shot. Send it back over here. Looking for Grant, but it's going to be Tomacho to pick up the play. Tomacho Piedes trying to keep this one under control. Unable to do so. Here comes Grant Ganzi with possession. Granty working his way down. Grant Ganzi keeping this one moving towards the goal mouth. Bad luck there. He's going to miscue, leave that one behind. Tomacho coming in, picking up the loose ball play. And Tomacho is going to send this one back down here, looking for a teammate. There is the 30-second bell. Horacio Hagee with possession, working his way down the far side of the field. Horacio loses the handle now to Torito Ruiz. Toro going to pick this one up, send it across field here. Looking to get a hold of Gonzalito, but Horacio going to get back on that ball. Horacio sends a shot down. Still a live ball as Toro going to save that one from crossing the end line. Puts it back into the playing surface. Gonza tries to get there. And here comes Grant Ganzi. And there is the final bell. That's all we got, folks, for Chucker number 3. We're going to go to a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back in it with more action after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in on Chucker TV. And we have a couple Polo fans here at the field side. Very happy to have you guys here with us on this beautiful venue. This is, of course, the Sopers Mountain Ranch field. A beautiful backdrop for a polo field. We got a lot of those beautiful backdrops here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. Arguably one of the most beautiful polo clubs in the country, let alone maybe the world. I don't know, I might be a little biased on that. But here we go, we're going to get this one back underway. We played all the way down. in chukker number 3. So we're going to start things off here in chukker number 4. Looks like we have just about everybody out there. Just waiting on our umpire, who is finishing up his pony change. And as soon as he gets out there, we'll get this one back underway. Score on the board is 4-1. Here with Casablanca on top. So all the players out there ready to get this one back underway. Gonna get this one back on the ground as soon as we get our mounted official mounted and back out on the field. All right. So it looks like he's getting on as I speak. So as soon as he gets out there, we're going to get this one back underway. As I mentioned, the score stands 4-1 here. Casablanca with a commanding lead over McClure River Ranch. Mark Ganzi responsible for 3 of those 4 goals. Having a good day out there. As far as the score sheet is concerned, Mark Ganzi, he has 2 from the field, 1 from the penalty stripe. He scored a penalty number 3 in the first chukker. And then on the other side of things, we have McClure River Ranch. They got 1 goal. Horacio responsible for that one. All right, here he comes now. A little bit of attack adjustment down there. And here he comes, making his way out onto the field here. So we're going to get this one underway as soon as Gaston gets into position. All 8 of our players out there patiently waiting. That's what we like to see. And here we go, ready to get this one underway. Here with a Bolin. From the center to the boards, we played all the way down to the final bell to end chukker number 3. So we're going to start things off here in the second half with this Bolin. And here we go, ball's on the ground. We're off and working here. Chukker number 4 underway. Horacio. That is... Horacio got a touch on it, but coming away with it is going to be Tomacho. Tomacho Pierres sends this one up the field here. And Sugar Erskine going to find that one and pop it right on in. So Sugar finds the high mark there, puts a point on the board, and narrows that gap to 2. So making our way back to center field for another bowl in here on our mounted official. That ball put on the ground. Coming out of there with the ball, going to be Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, picking up the play out of the bowl in. Mark looking around, checking his surroundings. He's going to elect to take this one forward himself here. Flips a little pass to Grant Ganzi. Granty winds up, takes a shot, pops it in the air, able to get back on it. Grant loses the handle. Now it's going to be Mark Ganzi to come in on the action here. Mark unable to make that next shot, so he drags it forward. trying to follow up his own shot here, but looking like McClure River Ranch going to come away with it. But coming up with the ball once again, it's going to be Toro. Sets up a pass here. Toro looking for Gonzalito, but coming away with the ball is going to be Horacio. Hagee. His pass up here intercepted by Toro. Ruiz working his way around, trying to get this one back to the goal mouth here. Toro going to release that ball, send it right between the uprights, putting another point on the board here for Casablanca. And we are heading back to center field once again here for another bowl-in on our mounted official. That is Toro's second goal on the day here. He scored a goal back in checker number 2. So, back to center field we go. And a quick whistle here on the play. Clock is stopped. 3 minutes, 56 seconds. 3:56 on the clock. So, get everyone here into position. And here we go. Ball's back on the ground. Coming away with it out of the bowl-in, Tomacho. Tomacho Piedes with the play. Going to send this one downfield. Coming up here on the ball. Stewart with a little back shot. Score on the board is 5-2 here. 5-2 is the score with Casablanca on top. Working down the far side of the field. Sugar. Now Tomacho. Tomacho Piedes winds up, takes a powerful shot down. And waiting for some confirmation. No, that was wide. So we're going to have another knock-in down there. Score stands 5-2. Yes, Toro lines up here for the knock-in. Torito Ruiz brings this one into play. Just about 3 minutes remaining here in chucker number 4. Toro, his pass up here looking for Mark Ganzi. The Cobra on the move here, picks up the play. Working his way down the field. Mark keeping this one to himself here. Got a cut shot coming here to the goal. Can he get back to this before it crosses the end line? Mark Ganzi saves it, but it's going to go over the back line just wide. And we got just under 2 minutes, or just under 3 minutes remaining here as we line up for a knock-in. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, 2:30. Quick whistle here, stopping the clock, 2 minutes, 34 seconds. This is going to be our courtesy change here for this chucker. It's nice when it works out that the courtesy change happens on this end of the field. Makes it go a little bit quicker, so we see players running off, hopping on fresh mount. And we're going to have a knock-in here to continue the action. Umpire calls play. Stewart back there behind the ball. And Stewart going to knock this one into play. Clock continues to tick down once again. Stewart, Armstrong. Little pass up here to Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho goes to the speed stick here. Gets a step on his man. Tomacho Piedes working this one around. Goes to the near side. Tomacho Piedes. What a beautiful shot. And nicely done there by Tomacho Piedes. Finds a high mark, puts another point on the board here. So Tomacho Piedes going to find the score sheet here and put another point on the board here for McClure River Ranch. Coming back up with the ball out of the bowl-in. Sugar Erskine gets a hold of it. Shugs sends it over to Tomacho. Tomacho now with the play. Working his way down. Tomacho miscues, leaves it behind. Toro coming in on the action. Backs that shot. Backs that ball out of there. Setting up a play here for Mark Ganzi. Mark. Bad luck on that one. That ball's going to take a little ride over the sideline. Out of play. And with 1 minute, 15 seconds on the clock, we're going to line up here for a change of possession. Casablanca hit the ball out, so McClure will get possession here. Stewart brings this ball back into play. Stewart Armstrong winds up, sends a shot down here, looking to get a hold of one of his teammates, but coming in on the action, that is Grant Ganzi. Granty finds himself in the right position, gets a hold of that ball, slaps it back over here to Gonzalito Piedes. Gonza, no one quite there to receive that pass, as it's going to be Tomacho to come away with the play here for McClure. Tomacho leaves it behind here for Horacio. Hagee sends this one further up the field. Going to follow up his own shot here. Horacio Hagi sends that one down. And there is the 30-second bell. That ball goes over the back line wide of the goal. So we're going to go ahead and call that one for Chucker number 4. We'll be right back after this short break with the start of the next Chucker that will begin with a knock-in.
To be able to come here and play a course such as this, it's a great experience. Probably the best tee gift I've ever received, so, and that's no lie. My wife actually gave me a pair for Christmas before I played in the tournament, so this will be my 3rd pair, so I'm looking forward to it.
Over the calf, 17 and a half. Outseam 43 and a half. We make a personal pattern for everybody, and that takes a lot of different points on a body to draft a pattern.
I have at least 7 or 8 pair. Great golf course and get a pair of blue jeans out of the deal. It's freaking awesome.
The down for that is 17 and a quarter.
What was that, about 32?
Yep, you nailed it.
Same thing you've been wearing since high school.
6 and a half.
No, that's fine.
Thanks so much for being here, and good luck today on the course. We will do a true shotgun start today, so good luck today, and y'all have a great time.
People aren't accustomed to getting a gift like custom pants at a golf tournament, but for clubs that do offer that to their members, it's been a success every time because it's so unique, it's so different, and it's an American-made product that's custom. You get measured for it, you get to design it and pick it. Who doesn't like that?
Getting a pair of jeans from Blue Dot is a great gift, something unique, something that they normally wouldn't get that they really appreciate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This is the Soapers Mountain Ranch Field. We're ready to get Chucker number 5 underway. We've got the ball placed there on the end line. We ended with a wide shot on goal to end Chucker number 4. So things are going to start off here with a knock-in. Toro Ruiz brings the ball into play here for Casablanca. Toro keeping this one to himself for the second now. He's going to pass it up here, looking for Grant Gansey. Granty picks up the play here. Get a little help there from Gonzalito Pierres. Grant going to send this one forward here. Over here for Gonzalito. Gonza tries to get there, but Stuart Armstrong going to get on that line first. Stuart sends this one into the corner. Coming up with the ball now is going to be Tomacho and Grant come together. Granty. And there was a whistle on the play here early in Chucker number 5. So, umpire calls play. Penalty number 5 here from the spot of the infraction. Going in favor of McClure River Ranch. Stewart brings this one back into play. Stewart sends a pass up here, looking for one of his teammates. I think he was looking for Sugar, but it's going to be Toro to get on that ball first. Torito sends this one over to Gonzalito Pierres. Gonza now with the play, working his way down the field. Gonzalito goes to the near side. Can't quite make contact with that ball. It's going to be left behind. And Horacio Hagi going to get a hold of that one, back it out of danger. Horacio over here to Stuart Armstrong with the ball. Loses the handle there. Backed out of there by Torito. Toro now to Granty. Grant Gansey drags it forward now, slaps it back. He's got Mark on the move. Mark trying to get back on this line. Unable to do so. It's going to be Tomacho Pierres now. Tomacho going to back that one out of danger. Tomacho's pass over here. Picked off and sent further downfield. Stewart on the move now, trying to get a hold of that ball, but Toro going to get there first. Now, coming up with the play is going to be Mark Gansey. Mark picks up the ball, a little flip shot over to Gonzalito Pierres, who's on a breakaway here. Out in front of the whole pack of players, Gonzalito Pierres just going to stick and ball this one down there. Not being marked up. He's going to take his time. Oh, man. Bad luck there. Not what he wanted to do. He's going to leave that one behind. And Tomacho going to come in there and pick up the play. With about 4 minutes remaining here, Sugar Erskine with the play, working his way down the field. Shugs leaves the ball behind here for Stuart Armstrong. Picks it up on the near side, sends it right back up there. Trying to get a hold of Sugar, but coming in on the action is going to be Mark Gansey. Going to back that one over here, looking to get a hold of Gonzalito. Gonza sends that one high in the air. Can he get back on this ball? No, it's going to be picked up there by Stuart. Now Mark. Mark, bad luck there, comes off the defender's pony, and he's going to pick up the play. Mark Gansey. About 3.5 minutes remaining here in Chucker number 5 as Gonza going to come through, pick up the play once again. Gonzalito Pierez going to wind up, take a shot downfield. He's got Toro Ruiz down there. Toro comes together with Hagee. And Toro going to take a shot towards the goal mouth here. Toro Ruiz going to find the high mark here. Put another point on the board here. Nicely done there by young Toro Ruiz. 3 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes. With just under 3 minutes remaining here, we're heading back to center field. And there's the quick whistle here, signaling our courtesy change for Chucker number 5. So, that was Toro's 3rd goal on the day. Putting his team up to 6 now. So, we see some players taking advantage of the courtesy timeout. As soon as we get everyone back out on the field, we'll get this one back underway. Here with a Bolin at center field. Players already making their way out there. That's what I love to see, keeping these courtesy changes nice and short. Remember, this is a courtesy change for a pony, not necessarily a timeout for the player. So that is how it's done. Players making their way back out. We've got 2 minutes, 48 seconds, 2:48 on the clock as we line up here on umpire Gaston Dorniak. Umpire looking for a clean and proper lineup. He sees it. That ball's put on the ground now. Here we go. Off in working once again. Mark Gansey going to get a hold of this ball. Mark narrowly avoids that hook from Horacio. Mark Gansey couldn't get a hold of that ball. It's going to be Horacio to send this one back out of danger. H's ball, though, over here to Toro Ruiz. Going to pick it up here for Casablanca. Toro, his pass up here, trying to get a hold of it. Mark Gansey going to jump in on that loose ball, pick it up here, and it's going to be Sugar to back that one out of danger. First one on the ball is Toro Ruiz. Toro traps that one and sends it down. Trapped here by Stuart Armstrong. Armstrong trying to get a hold of this ball. And just going to leave that one behind here for Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho now with possession from the back of the pack. He winds up, crushes the pass downfield. He's got Horacio on the move, trying to get a hold of that line. But coming up with the ball, that is Grant Gansey. Now, Horacio going to trap that ball, continue his drive forward. Horacio Hagee fires the shot from there, looking to get a hold of one of his teammates. No one quite able to get a hold of it. Coming up with the ball now is going to be Tomacho. He's going to back that one back into the pack of players. Coming up with the ball is going to be Sugar. Sugar trying to get that one down, unable to do so. Now Horacio in on the action. And he's going to take the shot, but it will go just a little bit wide. So we're going to have a knock-in down there. We got 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute remaining here in Chucker number 5. And this ball sent back onto the playing surface. Toro Ruiz over here to Mark Gansey. Gansey with the play. Sends a shot down here, looking to get a hold of Gonzalito Piedes. Comes up just a little bit short, but Mark able to pick up the play. Now, Tomacho coming in to disrupt the play. Now, Horacio coming away with the ball now. Horacio drags it forward now. He's going to slap it back, setting up a shot here for Stuart Armstrong. Armstrong can't quite get back on that ball as Gonzalito Piedes gets a hold of the ball, feeds a shot over here to Toro. Toro, his shot comes off the defender's pony, and it's going to be picked off here and sent back over into the playing surface. Dangerously close to that sideline here. That ball still a live ball. Sugar Erskine maintains possession. There is the 30-second horn. Less than 30 seconds to play out here. As we still have action working down the field, trying to get a hold of this ball. Where's that one going to go? Not a whole lot of time left. Gonzalito trying to drag it around the long way here. Sugar now. What's going to happen? They take a shot towards the goal, and it's going to go a little bit wide. And that, of course, being after the 30-second bell. That's all we got, folks, for Chucker number 5. So we'll be right back in it after this short commercial break with our 6th and final Chucker of regulation time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. We're on the Soapers Mountain Ranch field. Got the players making their way out here. I see Grant Gansey out there making his way out onto the playing field. So we ended things off with a wide shot on goal after the 30-second bell. So we are going to start things off with a knock-in down there. Players slowly making their way out. Gonna finish up this game here. We got one more Chucker left in regulation time. Still lots of time left to go. 3 goals separate these two teams. Going into Chucker number 6. 6-3 is the score. Casablanca on top. A beautiful day for polo here at this beautiful field. $77,000 feet is the elevation here at this field. 7,700 feet. 7,000 feet. 7,000 feet, or almost 8,000 feet. We're here at the Soapers Mountain Field. We've got players making their way back out. Our final player joining the rest of the pack down there. So here we go. Ready to get this one underway with a knock-in down on the far side of the field. We've got Toro Ruiz back there behind the ball, ready to put this one back into play. And here we go. Umpire calls play. Ball brought back in. We are off and working here. Chucker number 6 underway. Toro going to send a pass down here looking for Grant Gansey. Granty unable to find that ball as Tomacho going to come in there with the steal. Tomacho, his pass down here looking to get a hold of Stewart, but coming up with the ball is going to be Gonzalito Pierres. Comes off of Sugar's horse, and he's going to get a hold of that ball, send it down here. Horacio Hagee showing us why he was formerly rated at 10 goals. What a little tricky play there. Horacio going to find the high mark, put another point on the board. That is his second here on the day. So Horacio Hagee doing a fantastic job. What a nice goal there. You got a fan club up here, Horacio. And back to center field we go for another bowl in here on our mounted official. Ball put back on the ground. Away we go. Coming out of there with it, Tomacho Piedes going to send a pass over here. Looking to get a hold of Sugar, but coming in on the action is going to be Mark Gansey. Mark going to pick up the ball. Mark Gansey working his way around the pack of players here. Loses the handle. Stolen out of there now by Sugar. Sugar working his way down the field. Loses the handle now. Coming up with the ball is going to be Gonzalito Piedes. With the pass over here to Toro Ruiz. Toro Ruiz keeping this one, trying to keep this one moving. He's going to miscue, leave that one behind. Coming up with the ball now is going to be Toro. Able to get back on it. Nicely done there by Toro Ruiz. Now, Horacio going to come through and pick up the play, but the whistle sounds, stopping the clock. We've got 4 minutes and 17 seconds, 4:17 on the clock. Let's see what our mounted official decides to do. All right, so we got a penalty. Number 4. Here's 60 yards to a defended goal. 4:17 on the clock. Here we go. Mark going to take that shot. And that's going to go wide of the goal to the right-hand side. So bad luck there for Mark, but they're still ahead by a couple of goals here, so here we go. Tomacho picking up that pass. Tomacho Piedes trying to get a hold of that one again. Here comes Sugar. Oh, bad luck there. Sugar Erskine can't quite find that ball. It's going to go over the sideline, out of play. Here we go for the change of possession here. And ball brought back into play. Mark Gansey with possession. 3.5 minutes. With just under 3.5 left to play here. Sugar tries to get a hold of that one, unable to find it. It's going to be Grant Gansey now. Granty gets a hold of the ball, gets a turn back facing the right direction now. Grant keeping this one to himself for the time being, looking around. And coming up with the ball, Gonzalito, but that one's going to go over the back or over the sideline. Off of, I believe, Stewart's horse. So, regardless, clock is stopped with 3 minutes and 6 seconds, 3:06. So this is going to be our final courtesy change here in regulation time. Clock is stopped, 3 minutes, 6 seconds, 3:06. So as soon as everybody gets back out from the courtesy change, we'll get this one back underway and hopefully get this match finished up. And here come the final two players out onto the field. All right, here we go. Toro Ruiz back here behind the ball, ready to put this one back into play. 3:06 on the clock. Toro, one time from there, going to send this one down and put it on in. He threads the needle. Toro Ruiz finds the high mark here, puts another point on the board. That is his 4th goal on the day for young Toro So nicely done there by Toro, getting his team up to 7 now. And here we go, back at center field. 2.5 minutes left to play here in regulation time. Yeah, Stewart going to send this one all way down the field here. Looking to get a hold of Camacho Piedez. Grant Gansey going to get a hold of that ball. Camacho, that ball comes off of his pony. Here comes Mark Gansey. Mark going to get a hold of that ball. And runs out of real estate down there. That ball going to travel over the back line, wide of the goal, but it's coming off of a defender's mallet. So we're going to have a safety. Safety here coming for McClure River Ranch. Clock is stopped. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 2:10 on the clock. And Stuart Armstrong will do the honors here from the penalty number 6. Stewart with the approach now. Winds up. Stuart Armstrong sends this one down. It's going to go wide of the goal. So, Stewart, bad luck on that one. And we're going to have a knock-in down here. Toro Ruiz brings this ball into play. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in regulation time. Torito going to fire a shot over here looking for his number 1. That is Mark Gansey, the Cobra. Cobra with the ball, working his way down the field. Mark overrides, leaves that one behind. Tomacho now in on the action. Tomacho Piedez reaches back, gets a hold of that ball, now slaps it forward. He's got room to work here. Tomacho, bad luck, can't quite keep it with him. It's going to be left behind, picked off now by Gonzalito Piedez. Gonzalito. Now, coming in on the action, Horacio. Heggie now with possession. He gets a hold of that ball, looking back towards the goal. Sends a pass over here. He's got Tomacho on the move. Tomacho Piedez. Tomacho unable to make that one happen, and it's going to be sent out of there. I believe that was Grant to send it out. And coming up here with the ball is Toro Ruiz. Under a minute remaining here in Chucker number 6. Toro with possession, working his way down the field. Torito. One time, sends it down to the goal, and, oh man, just a little bit wide to the right-hand side. Not a whole lot of time left, about 10 seconds ahead of the warning horn, but regardless, this is the last Chucker, so we will play out the final 30 seconds. Umpire calls play. Here comes Stuart Armstrong. Bringing that one in. There's the 30-second bell. Less than 30 to play out here in regulation time. Tomacho Piedez picks up the play. Tomacho miscues, leaves it behind, and it's going to be picked off now. Stewart sends that one further down the field. Just about 10 seconds remaining here. Stewart sends this one over. Can he get another point here on the board before the end of the match? Sugar. There's the final bell. Let me get a little clarification and see if that was in fact a goal there by Sugar Erskine or not. Was that a goal by Sugar? All right, so I do believe that one was wide. So no goal to end the match there for Shugs. But that was all we got, folks, for this match. What a fun one that was. Congratulations to Casablanca coming home victorious here. Be sure to check our schedule on the Aspen Valley Polo website. Be sure to check out that schedule. We got a schedule page on our website. You can find out all the information for Sunday's games. And we are going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Chucker TV. My name's Cale Newman. On behalf of everyone here at Chucker TV and the Aspen Valley Polo Club, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you on the next broadcast.